Do you play Mobile Legends Bang Bang? Do you use Aptoide? Well, if not, I am here to teach you what it's all about and how you are missing out on insane bonuses and extra value for your money for not doing so. Hey everybody and welcome to a new video. My name is Midway and I hope you're having a wonderful day, because I sure am. And welcome to a new Mobile Legends Bang Bang video. Today we are playing some Franco in the bot lane, and before we get into any specifics about this game, please go ahead and check out Aptoide if you haven't done so yet. We'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video. For now, just know that it's a way of getting more value for your money. You're going to be getting cashbacks when making purchases within Mobile Legends Bang Bang. And then you can use those bonuses to make purchases for yourself without actually using your real money. So as I mentioned before, you basically just multiply the value of your money and you actually do not lose anything. But here we go. We are starting off pretty aggressively, just about dying, and we almost got our enemy right there. It was so damn close. Only one more hit from our ADC teammate and it would have gone down, but it was just not enough, since they obviously have superior ranged. It's two ranged enemies versus us, which obviously I am playing as a melee with that massive hook. And well, we're just gonna go back to lane with almost no death timer and just about miss that hook, which would have almost perfectly fine just been an easy kill for us, but could have also been a bit of a very aggressive play as we are doing here. Again, just being poked away with the superior range from our enemies forces the flicker from our ally, and we are able to bring the enemy just down under tower. But unfortunately for us, well, we just have no backup for that, so we're going to be going back to base and healing up. Now we're coming in strong, and here we go again, a 2v2, so we're going to be pulling them under the tower, just about making it enough with the tower damage for an easy kill with our ally next to us, and obviously we get the assist. But now they are getting some nice CC onto our ally. Our hook is down and we also have no range to get next to them, and we are unfortunately going to be poked out and they are going to be landing an easy kill on us. We did misplay a little bit over there, but obviously they have the advantage over here at the very early stage. They just have the lockdown, the range, a lot of damage onto us, so we are just going to be taking the chill and going for a little bit of a roam around the map, since obviously the map is quite small. In Mobile Legends you can so easily just go around and roam. It's very encouraging as well, so we're going to be helping out on the turtle, which we just got, and we are also going to be just in time to land a nice hook onto our enemy right here, and that is going to be an easy kill for us. As more enemies are coming next to us, we are still in a numbers superiority here. As our wave is pushing into the mid lane, we're going to be easily just taking all their jungle here with no competition and being able to do some small damage onto the tower, while of course we can also go ahead and almost just about secure that kill with a nice hook, but it was just not close enough, and unfortunately we overstepped a little bit here. Our ally ends up going down, but not before the enemy loses half of the tower protection. But as you look down to the bottom side of the map, since we were roaming so much, our enemies took the chance to go for a 2v1 onto our ally, and we did lose the bottom tower, but we go for a very aggressive play here with a flicker into our ultimate lockdown, and that's just about enough to land a kill onto that enemy, pretty much a solo kill. We're going to be playing it very aggressively here, trying to go for a nice hook as our allies are right next to us, and that is another kill for our team. So far, very aggressive plays we're doing, and that is a nice clean sweep on the bottom lane. We take a chance to go back to the mid lane as some hot action is broken up. Unfortunately here, we just missed the hook. We could have pulled somebody right under the tower, but it just didn't happen, and our ally ended up just going down. So we clear the minions here, and with no opposition, we're just gonna be taking it a little bit chill. Obviously, we cannot really do much in this sort of matchup 1v1 here in the mid lane, so we are just gonna be here chilling, waiting for the minions to run into the tower to defend this lane so the tower doesn't actually go down. And soon enough, some of our allies are going to be coming close to us. We're actually being bursted down quite a lot, but we're just about to have the hook once again. We just miss it, but it's going to be enough for us to just end them there with our ultimate lockdown, and that is another easy kill for our team. And with a massive wave and nobody contesting the mid lane, that is the first tower for our team. Not the first tower in the game, but we can also see that the bottom tower is just about to fall as well. But yeah, we get a nice peek onto this enemy which was just roaming around, and we unfortunately go down, and so does our ally, because the whole team was just waiting around to clump up on us. So unfortunately nothing's really going to be happening from that, and the total just recently went down down, so there's nothing else really to do here. But the enemy obviously lingered around, so they do manage to take some kills here and there, which is not good for sure. Having left our bottom lane unchecked for a little while means that our second bottom tower was actually taken down, but we are definitely able to 1v1 these guys, especially if we have actually some backup next to us. But still, if we land a hook and we land our big burst lockdown, we are pretty much able to one-shot one of those ADCs. So that's what we just did over there with a little bit of a help. And now we're going to be able to do a push on the bottom lane, allowing us to take down that bottom tower. Now we still are just trying to defend this mid lane because nobody's really going around here and doing any pushing or just trying to contest the enemy's push. And they're going to be taking the chance to group up as we have a very aggressive play happen here. One of our allies just jumped into 3 of our enemies and obviously got shot down very easily. But we are just trying to clear these minions so the enemy is not able to dive us. But with this much HP onto the tower, well, they are just able to poke us from just about enough range, and we are not in a good position here. We got no backup, pretty much everybody else is pushing other lanes. The turtle is spawning real soon, but we're gonna have to give up this mid lane, which is just going to be very, very crucial. And unfortunately, the play didn't really go very well onto the bottom lane, since our allies just were clean swept, and we are also gonna be doing that for ourselves in the mid lane, leaving the turtle totally exposed for the enemy to take. But look at the top lane, we are just about to kill it with no competition. That's really not too bad. Obviously not damn good. I think the play is overall not a good play, but still, that's something we get for ourselves. And they did get a turtle in the end, and they went for a pretty aggressive play onto the bottom lane, which ended up in a double kill for us. And also, our top laner managed to fend off against an enemy which tried to take them down, and eventually was unsuccessful versus the Wukong, from which, as you can see, they are pretty fed. And they just easily killed both of us here. So we're still just trying to defend the mid lane. We really have no pushing power right now. This guy is extremely fed, and we are in no position to try to go into the jungle. But as you can see there, we have some burst onto our allies right there and some nice range, which just about kills that cheap Veigar, and it ends up landing a double kill for us, just abusing that massive range with a little bit of a front laning. But here comes Wukong from Wish, and he's gonna go into the team fight. He's gonna take down 2 of our allies pretty easily, and he's still kicking it. Yeah, eventually, well, it's just gonna be backing up, and we end up coming on top with some late 3rd kill for us, so it's a 3-4-2. But really, we have nothing else going on right now. We do have this tower, which we could take. We'll put some damage into it with some minions on the push here, but we're really gonna make some nice quick work of these enemies, which are really defending this. And as you can see, it's not gonna be easy for us. They take 2 of us down, and we are just about to be enough to do a little bit of a clean sweep, but it's going to be coming in clutch, and it's 1 for, I don't even know, it's like 3 for 2 right there. That was a nice play. We still ended up on top, but the Lord is spawning really soon, so we really should be looking at this point to go towards that. And as I say this, well, we come back up to life, and it's gonna be a massive team fight here for Lord. The whole enemy team is coming towards us, and we don't really have the most backup here. We got some players already starting the Lord, but we're gonna be insane easily one shot, and nothing's really gonna be able to happen. Although we have some of our allies pop off and go for a nice play over there, which only ends up being a 1 for 2, actually 1 for 1. The other kill was pretty far off for that, but the Lord went down to our enemies, which is pretty bad. We really gotta defend this right now, and it's doing a big push coming from the bottom lane while they are still going for a nice push onto the mid lane. We're not in a good position. Our top lane just goes down to a massive wave of minions, and here comes the Lord towards the bottom side. They're not really doing much work with the Lord here. Only one enemy is really trying to push with it, but still, we got a lot of minions happening around, and we are obviously not in a position to one-shot anybody. But we flicker into that, and that's a Nat's lockdown. We can also hook this guy, but we are just about to go down almost, and there we go. We obviously end up going down there, but it was nice. We landed 2 kills for 1. The Lord did go down, and it only cost us some HP on that bottom tower, and now, well, we got time to recover and come back and try to look for some pushing power somewhere. And as I was saying that, just about to be coming back to life, a big fight is breaking down in the mid lane, which ends up costing us 1 ally, but it's actually going to end up coming in our favor because of the superior range. It's 1 for 1 at that point, so it's just 2 for 2 in the end. It's not too bad, but now we got a little bit of a push on the top lane here, which is not going to be nothing crazy. Unfortunately, we do have Wukong from Wish chasing actually the strongest player we have right now onto onto the mid lane, and we are really not gonna be able to do much to these minions. As you can see, we have no damage, so all we can do is just keep the lane over here. And we're landing some kills onto the bottom lane, but it's nothing crazy. We are not able to do much with that. And it's gonna cost us quite some seconds now for that ally to come back. They're just about to be close enough for the Lord fight. And same thing's gonna be happening to the enemies, right? So it's all gonna be coming down to this Lord. Are we gonna be able to fight it off nicely at this point? Although we have a little bit of a skirmish happening in the mid lane, but yeah, nothing crazy. Just wait it out a little bit until Lord, and let's see. And they overstepped a little bit, so we got a nice peek, which puts us in a very nice position for this Lord fight. But unfortunately, we have the enemy doing a split push onto the bottom side with 2 enemies over there, and we're gonna be able to defend since we have a nice just going back to base. Basically, we did do that early enough, but it still cost us 1 tower, and we're gonna be landing some nice kills off of that, even though yeah, it ended up costing us a tower. That's a long death timer onto the enemy. The Lord is still up, but now in the meantime, we chose to go for a little bit of a push onto the top tower. So it ended up being bottom tower for top tower, and so far it's only, well, actually at this point it was a 2-for-1. So yeah, it didn't really come out really nicely for us, but we are able to go and do a little bit of a play over here with the Lord. We have a lot of damage at this point, so we're just gonna be able to tank these for us. And unfortunately, as you can see right there, that is the monkey coming in clutch and sniping us, and our ally just about to kill the Lord, but it was actually sniped by the enemy. That was really damn unfortunate. They were playing it pretty clutch, but yep, it was just an unfair timing, and we pretty much all go down, and the Lord is coming up, so we're gonna have a really bad time trying to defend this. And here comes the problem. They are really doing a big push down the mid lane, but we managed to take one of them down. We still have a lot of range and a lot of damage, so they are all gonna be clumped up versus our Nexus, and they are kind of just stuck in our base. That is 3 of them dead already, and we're gonna be able to pretty much just guarantee get this guy. We have our ultimate here for the lockdown. That's a nice CC, which just lands an insta-kill right there, and that's a 4-for-0. The Lord still pushing down the bottom lane, but that pretty much just negates their chance over here to finish the game. Although that is already 2 towers of our base down, and it's gonna be very easy for them to do a little bit of a split push right there and just try to end it from there. So we gotta be really careful and try to set up a nice push from here on. And that is exactly what we are doing. We got some minions with us in the mid lane, and we're gonna be going for a nice hook, but unfortunately the cannon minion just got in the middle. But we do land 1 kill with a lot of a nice range. We still got this middle tower standing, but it's not gonna be doing that for long, and we land a nice hook finally, which ends up being just about enough for us to take down that guy. And these towers are just melting. Now it's a little bit of a base race, as you can see right there. The monkey is right in our base trying to get that killed, but yeah, we just had 1 ally go back, and that is just about enough. They're not able to do much. They gotta back it up. We are now just trying to clear as many towers as possible. The whole base is open, and the enemy is on the run in the top lane, so it's the game just open up for us 2 grabs, and that's just gonna be about it. There's nobody really able here to defend. They're all pretty much dead, and that's gonna be the game, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. Let me know what you think about it. Like, subscribe, check out a little bit about Aptoide before you go, and that's gonna be it for me, guys. See you later. Bye bye. So picture this: you are playing Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and you want to be buying anything within the game. Let's just say you want to be getting some gems, right? So what you're gonna be going ahead to do normally, as well as through Aptoide, is click on anything you might want to purchase. But if you do so through Aptoide, you're gonna be able to see that right from the get-go, you're gonna be able to see a bonus that's going to be indicating how much of an extra value in the form of a cashback you would be getting if you are doing this purchase through Aptoide, right? So imagine I'm spending, what is it, €2.79 in this pack. Well, if I am using Aptoide, I am going to be able to get a bonus, in this case based off of the amount of a bonus that I currently have unlocked. That is going to be 23 cents, right? So 23 cents that I can accumulate and then use instead of my actual real money to make the purchases for me, right? So right now I don't have enough of it, but if I did, I could go ahead and select the AppCoins credits choice right there, and that would mean that that's my payment selected option, so I can use those instead of my actual real money to do the payment for me, right? So it's a matter of accumulating bonuses, scaling up the percentage of a bonus you are going to be getting from these purchases, which you can do by, for example, using my code down there in the description, as well as here on the screen. and then just going ahead and accumulating purchases until that percentage you're getting is just going to be bigger and bigger, all the way up to an extra 35% of any amount of money you're spending can be turned into a bonus, and therefore you can make those biggest purchases without actually, you know, spending that much money. Whenever you want to be spending and getting some gems or anything in the games, well, you can just go ahead and use Aptoide, and therefore you're going to be able to buy more stuff in the long run, accumulating those bonuses and being able to purchase more stuff basically for free whenever you have accumulated enough bonuses.